Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of this mask that I received in my March Boxyluxe box. This is the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. I am going to, in this video, talk a little bit about this product. I'm not going to talk about Wander Beauty because I've done a few reviews on their products so far. I will link those reviews down below, so if you want to know more about the company and the brand, it will have it in one of those videos. I am going to tell you specifically about this mask, everything that it's supposed to do. I'm going to apply it. I'm thinking I'm just going to apply it to half my face so that we can see what exactly this mask does, give you my initial thoughts on it, and then I will also pop back into this video tomorrow just to let you know if there was any kind of reaction or what happened. This is a peel-off mask. I tend to have somewhat sensitive skin. For some reason, that's a tongue twister. So oftentimes after I peel off one of these, my skin is initially quite red. So hopefully by coming back in tomorrow, I can tell you how long it took for any redness, maybe there won't be any, to calm down and just give you a little bit more information about the lasting effects of it. For all of this, there are going to be timestamps down below, and let's start talking about this mask. This is a 2.02 ounce container. This is the full size, and this costs you $34 US. There's a little bit of confusion looking at their website because it appears they have the same mask in two different colors of containers that are called two different things on the website, but don't actually say it on the bottle. So let me explain that. This very much looks like what is described on the website as the rose gold purifying and brightening peel off mask. There's also a brightening berry, I believe it's called, face mask, but it's also just has the same writing on here. It's just in a lighter pink bottle, and the descriptions seem exactly the same. So I'm not sure if they just decided to do, hey, let's do two masks, they'll basically be the same, and one will appeal to people who want rose gold and one will appeal to people who want berry, but neither one of those titles actually appear in the bottle. This just calls it, let's see if I can get it to focus, Lift Off. In any case, I'm not sure if the two masks are the same. They seem to have the same ingredients in them, but I'm going to tell you about the Lift Off Rose Gold Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask because that is the one that matches up with what I have. So this is apparently a limited edition Rose Gold Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. So again, maybe it's just the same as the other one, just maybe with different colors added to it. They say that it is packed with intense antioxidants to instantly detoxify and awaken at dull skin. Our limited edition Rose Gold Peel Off Mask contains a blend of skin-loving acai, goji berry, blueberry, lychee, mangosteen, and green tea extracts, that all sounds great, that instantly purify and replenish dull skin. Kaolin, which is a kind of clay, absorbs excess oil and draws out impurities, minimizing the appearance of enlarged pores. This skin-saving mask dries quickly and lifts off effortlessly, that'll be important, to reveal a smoother, clearer, and brighter complexion. It's cruelty-free, gluten-free, BPA-free, vegan-friendly, and dermatologist tested. So, the clay thing in there, it doesn't concern me, but clay is often more used for oilier skin. I have kind of normal combination skin that I usually try to add a lot of moisture to, so I don't usually go for clay in my masks, but the other fruit extracts in there sound really good. So basically I'm supposed to put on an even layer, avoiding my eyes, and leave on for 15 to 20 minutes or until dry and slowly peel off from the edges. It can also be used as a spot treatment in your T-zone. This is an example of do as I say, not as I do. They recommend doing a patch test if you have sensitive skin. I'm not going to do that, but you probably should. I just wanted to sit down and film this video today so I could do a check-in tomorrow and then post this video tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing it now. Now, the ingredients in here, it does tell you some of the active ingredients and actually where they came from, which is kind of interesting. So the lychee extract is from Vietnam, and it talks sort of a few paragraphs about what each of those ingredients is supposed to do. So the lychee extract is supposed to reduce dark spots and hyperpigmentation. It's supposed to have a high content of vitamin C, vitamin B complex, phytonutrients, and is supposed to be good in terms of antioxidant. There's niacinamide from Thailand, which is supposed to calm the skin and even out your skin complexion. Acai extract from Korea, antioxidant again. Mangosteen extract from Thailand, rejuvenates, softens, and replenishes the skin's natural moisture barrier. Blueberry extract from the USA, again, vitamin C and collagen production. Goji berry extract is from Korea and improves skin's hydration, high amounts of vitamin C, and it supports firmer skin, tighter skin, and reduces appearance of age spots. There are a couple of things that I am a little hesitant about with this mask. First of all, I mean, they said the thing about testing on sensitive skin. We should probably all be testing masks and things, patch testing first, but the fact they specifically tell you that makes me a little concerned. Their reviews on their website, there's not many reviews. There's only 3, but one of them is really not very good, saying that they had a reaction to it, or that it felt very kind of burning when they had it on, which isn't great. And also on the ingredient list, the first ingredient is water. The second ingredient is polyvinyl alcohol, which I think maybe has something to do with the drying down. But the third ingredient, just straight alcohol. So that combined with like the clay, it just makes me think this is going to be kind of drying, which is not usually what I'm looking for in my masks, but I can rosehip oil my face up afterwards. I just want to give this a try. So there was, whoa, this is coming out of the container now. Let me just say that there was a little seal on here and I took it off earlier because I wanted to kind of smell what this smelled like. So it wouldn't usually sort of explode like that if you were first opening it up. So I don't know, would you call that rose gold? I guess so. It's a little bit more like violet gold, but it is very bright. And I'll just get some onto my forehead. Oh crap. Probably not supposed to get that into my eyebrows. I'm trying not to get it onto the sensitive skin around my eyes, and I tend to get red right there when products do sort of peel and irritate my skin. But you know what? I am going to do it under my jawline a little bit because that is where I tend to get some acne. So why not put it on there too? Yeah? I mean, that's kind of a cool color for it to be. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Setting the timer.
Okay, I am going to go chill out, clean off my hands, do a few other things for 20 minutes, and then, of course I try to open that with the dirty hand, and then I will be back to peel this off and we'll have some good fun peeling video, which is always the best part of these peel off masks. And I'll let you know if I experience any kind of burning or discomfort. Fingers crossed that I don't. Okay, I'll be back momentarily. Okay, this has been on for 20 minutes. It has really tightened up, which is why I'm talking like this right now. Wow. There's maybe a couple of places, like just right there, that's still maybe a little damp, but I do want to get it peeled off. I did not experience any burning. There was maybe a moment where it felt a little tingly in my nose crease, so maybe where you might have dry skin, it could get a little tingly, as I do have dryness around my nose. It is really quite something in terms of how bright it is. I did bring a mirror in so that I could take a closer look. Yeah, I mean, I can see it starting to lift off, especially around my mouth here where I've been talking. So hopefully that means this comes off fairly easily. And I'll just start from the bottom here to start peeling. This is where you find out where all the baby hairs on your face are. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Okay. Yep, this hurts. Now, I know I'm a bit of a baby when it comes to peel off masks, but it's not my favorite form of exfoliation. I feel like it's a little harsh. So I generally only use peel off masks when I'm testing them. Like, I know there's something satisfying about it, but I don't actually think, it's so weird. You can see all my skin like wrinkling up there with the mask. I don't actually think it's good for your skin to pull out the sebum from it. I think if anything, it sort of enlarges your pores in the end. To get the bit under my nose there. I didn't put it on too thickly there. Oh, it's still a little bit wet under my nose crease. Oh, sorry. The brightness goes up really high for some reason when I'm looking down, it's the weight balance of the camera. Let me see if I can do this just looking forward now that I've gotten a good start to it. It's actually not as painful anymore. It just was sort of painful around the chin and over here because this is where I have more facial hair. Oh, and that area is always painful. I find I have very sensitive skin right there. Okay, so there's a little bit that was still damp right there. And otherwise, I'll just turn that down so you can see. It didn't make my skin as red as some other peel-off masks have. I'm just gonna look and see if this actually, like, I don't think this was a pull stuff out of your pores kind of mask, but let me just take a look and see. Yeah, so I don't see any sebum or anything that's been pulled out, which is good because I am fine with it being like a more exfoliation rather than a yanking things out of your pores kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, let me take a look at my skin here and see if I see a difference from one side to the other. Honestly, not immediately. I'm a little bit redder on this side, although not nearly as red as the last couple of peel-off masks that I've tried, which makes me think this is a little bit gentler than some of those have been. I'd use a very thin layer of this, although actually, now that I say that, it's, you can see the redness starting to come up in this area and on my cheek there. So this is my cheek regularly, and I'm starting to see that sort of flush of it being somewhat irritated and, you know, having the top layer of skin peel off here now. And especially here, there's actually a number of little red bumps that are going on here at the moment. So for me, peel-off masks always seem to do this to my skin. It's why I would never use a peel-off mask right before like going out or something. Sorry about that. But I am going to come back and do my final review on this tomorrow so I can see once my skin calms down, you know, how smooth does it feel? How bright does it look? Do my pores look any smaller? They don't at the moment at all. But, you know, reflecting on this in 24 hours will give me a much better idea of how effective this has been. So I will leave you for now and throw you over to tomorrow, Melissa. It is the next morning. I have just finished washing my face with my gentle cleanser, but have not yet put any moisturizer or anything on so that we can take a close look and see any of that brightening or anything that the mask has done to my face. I'll tell you that the redness went down after, I want to say about an hour. It was uncomfortable for maybe about the first 20 minutes afterwards with my face just feeling warm. I did go and put moisturizer on right after I turned the camera off. And it did stay red up here for a couple of hours afterwards. There were a few red spots that were still there. I feel like I can feel a few more little tiny bumps on the side of my face that the mask was on versus the other side. I do have a little bit of a tiny little whitehead pimple popping up just right down here. I don't know if that's related to the mask or not. I personally don't see any difference in terms of brightness or anything like that, but I will zoom you in so you can see as well. Oh, that's not the zoom, that's the light. Okay. Get the light turned up here. This is the side that did not have the mask, just to give you a reference point. And this is the side that did have the mask. So really not much of a difference. As I said, I feel like I have a little bit of a pimple down there. I see no difference whatsoever on the forehead from one side to the other. There are a couple of little under the skin bumps here, but those are always there. I don't know how to get rid of them. And as I said, I didn't really feel my face that much yesterday, but I do feel like there are a couple little, like, not even pimple feeling, almost like dry skin feeling things on this side of my face. And I do think that mask had some drying ingredients in it, so it could just be that this side of my face is a little more dry right now, which, I mean, if you are oily skin, maybe you want to do. So because I have a big honking tube of this stuff, and because I really like Wander Beauty, I want it to really like this. But I just think that it is not made for my skin, and I don't see it doing the brightening it's supposed to do. Now, maybe some of this with having sort of the like little whitehead coming out. I know some people believe that clay sort of draws your oils and impurities out to the surface. And some people believe that kind of like flushes out the skin a little bit. I don't know that I believe that. I think if you are getting little pimples, it's probably because something plugged up your pores, not that you're like releasing things that have been in your pores. Do I think there's anybody this mask would work well for? Well, I think you need to not have sensitive skin. Between some people reporting that it sort of burns and tingles them a little, did not happen to me, but I'm sensitive to peel off masks. That just kind of happens with my skin. But if you are somebody where maybe clay masks are really good for you and you like peel off masks, I would say maybe then. Definitely don't use this anywhere where you have sensitive skin, like around your eyes and things like that. I am going to see if anybody else in my life would like this passed along to them. And as I said, it's really too bad because I really do like the brand. I think in terms of makeup products, they make some really wonderful things. This just isn't for me, unfortunately. But I would love to hear your experience with this so far, those of you who received this in your BoxyCharm or Boxyluxe, what you think of it, or other Wander Beauty products that maybe would be great for me. Leave all of that in the comments down below. I do try to respond to every comment that I get. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!